Welcome to a Gump Report. I'm angry right now. I'm pissed the hell off. I'm very pissed off. This is the fourth time I tried to film this video. But I want to make this clear. If you're waiting for my NWA Power Review, I'm skipping it. Because I wanted to make this video, particularly because I'm angry about it. Now, I heard about what happened to Jimmy Uso last night. And I was going to do my NWA Power. Then I was going to do a Gump Report on top of it and try to upload them both in the same day. But when I woke up today, I remembered I had some stuff to do. I went out, I came back, and then when I checked my phone's feed, I noticed that he was on it. Because I do have something for wrestling on it. And I remembered, and I hadn't seen NWA yet, and I'm saying, you know what, fuck this. I have to do this one. So I'm skipping NWA. I think it's episode 34. I will think, if I can't remember, I will give my thoughts in Dynamite about how Power was today. Well, yesterday night. But I will try to remember when I make my Dynamite review, I will talk a little bit about Power. Just a little bit. But I gotta say this, guys. Look. Let's make this clear. This is the fourth time this fucking idiot got himself in trouble. And I know people would say, dude, why are you getting bad on him? A lot of people understand. People make mistakes. He's an alcoholic. No. No. Sorry. No. No. I grew up in a house with alcoholics. I grew up, understand, I hadn't made the video. One of my subscribers did say, hey, if you want to share, you can share. And I think I might do this for my birthday because Tuesday, the 27th is my birthday. Maybe I'll talk about it then. But I want to make this clear right now, the type of life that this person right here, this person who's balding, who's going to be 50, had lived. I grew up in a house, and maybe I will make the video on the 27th. But I grew up in a house that had not just an alcoholic and a person who was addicted to cigarettes and a person who was taking Valium. That is an antidepressant drug back in the 80s. They still have it now. But I also had a half-brother who was a heroin addict. And he looked like he had depression. And he was an alcoholic. I had cousins who are still alcoholics. I grew up in a house like that. I grew up in an environment. At one point, understand this, at one point, you will not believe this, but it did happen. At one point, from the time I was 6 until I was 12, because when I was young, because I was dyslexic, I was slower than most people. I was smart, but a dyslexic does have some tendencies to be a little slow sometimes. And being abused as a child, I was much slower than normal. From 6 to 12, my mother used to go to a bar every 3 or 4 days. Like every 3 or 4 days, she would go in the bar to meet her sister, not a half sister, her whole sister, and they go drink. And I sat in that damn bar smelling burnt nasty cigarettes with liquor and throw up. I know what it's like to be on the receiving end and seeing what an alcoholic goes through. So I'm not someone who's not sympathetic and who doesn't understand what an alcoholic can go through. I grew up in a house with it and more. So I understand. But when an alcoholic has what they have now, and they have the opportunities they have, and they blow it once, but still get another shot. This is when it goes beyond being, well, they can't control themselves. No. I'm sorry. There's a point where they must choose to do something better. Look, when it comes to Jimmy Uso, you see I'm mad. When it comes to Jimmy, or Jonathan Fatu, that's Jonathan, that's Jimmy Uso. He's had 4 DUIs. 4. 2 of them within 2 years. Back to back. 2 years. One in 2011, and I think another one in 2013. So this is not something that is uncommon. But I got to make this very clear. The guy right now, understand this is what it's going to come down to in WWE. If anyone else has talked about this. I know the Slug Daddy's probably going to talk about it. Oh, he did talk about it. I know just Alex talked about it. I know JD talked about it. I'm talking about it from the perspective of someone who had to live through this, who have to live with people who have this type of problems, whether he's an alcoholic or not, because he could still get DWIs and not be an alcoholic. And I want to make this clear. A person who is alcoholic doesn't have to be. Well, I take that back. A person who gets DWIs does not mean they're a total alcoholic. Now, we don't know which one he is. But here's the thing. Whether he is or not, he is not just he's not just endangering himself. He's not just endangering people on that fucking road and he could run them down or kill himself. He's interfering in a company. He's basically embarrassing his family, who literally stuck to it. Look, Roman Reigns, you could say a lot about the guy as a character on. But Joe Anawahi loves his family, and he managed to get his cousins, who are like his brothers, to a high-profile storyline with Paul Heyman for no more than that. Paul Heyman knows how to do storylines. They're in a freaking storyline. And this stupid motherfucker who just came back after his knee was messed up, just came back, was not in a high-profile storyline with the current champion of the damn company, because it ain't Bobby Lashley, it's Roman Reigns. It ain't Bobby Lashley. I say it again, it's Roman fucking Reigns. This motherfucker got himself toasted at a .20, I believe 209. .9 is the legal limit. He was 209. He was shit-faced. This motherfucker was fucked up. And he got behind the wheel. And he's lucky he didn't kill himself and somebody else. But here's where it gets worse. He's now messed up the storyline to a certain extent. Not completely. To a certain extent. For his cousin Roman. For his brother Jay. For a Paul Heyman. There have been rumors that people in the back are mad because he fucked himself up again. Probably maybe Vince himself. I don't really give a fuck about Vince. Who cares? But he is the boss. But he's not going to fire his ass because he cares about Samoans. He's been letting a lot of Samoans get away. Look at Nia. Look at fucking Nia Jax. That woman shattered at Becky Lynch's nose. She shattered it. She's hurt women over the last couple of years. In less than 3 or 4 years, she's hurt at least 6 women and at least 1 or 2 men. And she still has a job, even though she's not sent to the Performance Center to improve herself. And she has not been suspended. She's still working because she's a Samoan. They love Samoans. So Jay and Jimmy are not going to lose their jobs. You know how Jimmy will lose his job? If someone gets hit by the car that he'll be driving, if he gets drunk again, and he goes to court. When that happens, it's done. They will fire him because they must. I'll be surprised if they do fire him, because they won't. Not until he goes to court will he be fired. And that's if someone severely gets hurt. That's the truth. Flat out. But he's hurt a lot of people. And for me personally, he really pissed me off. Because he's hurting Trinity. Naomi herself has to deal with this. In the last incident, when they were in Chicago, that was over a year ago, she was in the damn car with him when they pulled him over. He was fuck-faced drunk, got out, got angry, took off his shirt and looked like he was probably going to wrestle one of the motherfuckers. And they were ready to tase his ass, or they did tase him. I don't remember what they did. Either he almost got tased or they did tase him. I don't believe they tased him. I believe they were going to tase him. And they had to calm his ass down because he was acting pretty much almost uncontrollable. Making a scene in Chicago. There is a point, guys. Look, if he is an alcoholic, a flat out, straight out alcoholic, and he's fucked up, he has to make the choice to stop. It's not about everyone in his family saying, go to rehab and get cleaned up. Nope. This is about him making the final decision to never drink again. I say it again. To never drink again. He cannot drink. If he's an alcoholic, he cannot drink ever again, period. But if he's not an alcoholic, that he just like getting shit-faced from time to time, this is something he's going to have to accept. That sooner or later, that getting shit-faced when he's not an alcoholic will destroy his credibility in wrestling no matter where he goes. If he gets fired because someone gets hit by that car that he's stupid enough to drive, whether his friends are letting him do it, or Trini's letting him do it, or Roman's letting him do it, or his brother Jay letting him do it. It don't make a difference who lets him get behind the car if they can stop him. If they don't stop him on purpose, they let him do what he does, and he gets fucked up by hitting somebody or himself, it's on him. And I know people are going to say, whoa, what about the people that tried to stop him? This is not about the people trying to stop him. Easily you could say that's the issue. No. This is him taking the damn drink and getting shit-faced. Because this is the first time he's gone well beyond getting drunk. Lightly drunk. He was getting stone-faced drunk. 0.209 was well beyond the legal limit. He was twice the legal limit in Pepsi-Cola, Florida. Twice. There is a point when he must say, okay, I'm going to screw up my big chance because I'm going to probably make better money now than I've been ever as just a tag team specialist. Because I'm in one of the high profile storylines that can get me more money. Because they'll give me more storylines. Either with my brother Jay, or with Roman, or by myself. It's got to be stopped now. So if he's not an alcoholic, he's got to say, okay, I got to stop this. I'm not an alcoholic because it's obvious I'm not. I just like getting fucked up once in a while. But I need to stop because I'm going to ruin everything for my wife, for my kids, for my original previous marriage. I'll fuck them up. Now, if he is a true alcoholic, it is the same thing. In this case, he can never drink again. No, he needs to be like Eva Marie. Now, you can say a lot about Eva Marie. But she was a fucking alcoholic. She still is an alcoholic. But she understands she cannot drink or she will get totally screwed up and she will completely collapse. If he's an alcoholic, it's not about him going to rehab and going through the 20 steps. What is it? 12 steps, not 20. 12 steps. This is about him making the final decision to never drink again. No matter even if he's cool. Never wherever he goes. That means he can't go to no bars. He can't go to no parties knowing there's going to be liquor. He can't go and hang around the people he knows that likes to drink. If they don't understand he cannot drink anymore, and he knows that, he needs to stop associating with them flat out. And his own family. If he knows he can't drink, and he tells them he can't drink, he's going to tell them, look, don't drink around me. Has to be on him. He's got to make the conscious choice to tell them, no liquor around me. Because I have a tendency to give in. If they understand it, they'll leave it. If they don't understand it, he can't hang around that family anymore. And understand, I know that better than anyone because I've had relatives who drink and they don't listen. Me, personally, I don't drink. Have I drank in my life? Yes. Weirdly enough, you know how many times I've ever drank in my life? 20. I'm 50 years old. The most I ever drank was 20 times. Not counting when I was a small child when I drank vodka and orange juice by accident. That is when you're a little child and you don't know that vodka's mixed in with orange juice that comes from your very half brother or my brother. And I drank it by accident. I freaked out. I went over the place and then I wiped out. So I don't count that. But as a full-grown adult who has drank, it's only 20. I don't care about drinking. The smell turns me off. I think it's because I literally was raised in a bar for 6 years. My mother going to a bar. Most people would say that is the most disgusting thing. How could she do that? But I want you to think about this. She should be thanked because she did that. I'm not a drinker. Being exposed to that smell, that environment, made me never want it. And even though I have drank and I have no interest in this stuff, I don't care. I don't care about getting buzzed. I don't care about being relaxed. I don't need it and I don't want it. So I say thank you to my mom if she was alive. I would tell you, Mom, thank you. I'm glad that you took me to that bar when I was a kid and I had no interest since then to ever drink. So I thank her. Yeah, she had her own reasons. and she had her own means. She was an alcoholic. But she saved her kid from ever going down that same road. Now, when it comes to Jimmy, that boy's got to make a decision. Whether he is an alcoholic or literally he's just someone that likes once in a while to get shit-faced, and this time again he got his ass in trouble for it, he needs to say, I'm done. No more getting shit-faced, particularly in this situation. I'll have to deal with it another way. And if he's alcoholic, never again can I ever drink. Anyone who's with me cannot drink. Anyone who cares about me cannot have liquor around me. If they have liquor around me, I'm not going to be around them. That's the deal. That's the way it should be. And if he doesn't do either one of them, does he deserve punishment? Yes. You know what could happen? One, he can get his pay reduced. Because Vince could mess up his contract and break it. And, well, not break it, but he could get suspended with no pay. Also, he can have his job removed. In other words, Vince will fire him. Trinity, his wife, could leave him. And this is the thing that makes me very upset because as far as I'm concerned, Trinity's one of really good women you could have. And he is fucking up his woman's own career. Even though she's working by herself, they are married and they're still connected to the hip. He is fucking his wife up by doing this. Because if she wants to be in a high-profile storyline, how are they going to look at her when they see him as an issue? They may not want to trust her because her own man could interfere when she's supposed to go and do something. Why would you trust her? Because of him. Because it could happen. I am so fucking heated. I want to go up to this man and say, Jonathan? He said, how you doing? Motherfucker, stop it. And I know he'll probably break my neck. And I'll say, you want to break my neck? Do it. Maybe he'll make you stop, you stupid motherfucker. Either you're drunk or you're not. You need to make the decision to stop and have to look up because I'll be like, he'll be here. I'm like 5'8", he's over 6. I will have to look up like him and say, motherfucker, you better stop. Either if you're not a total alcoholic, stop being shit-faced all the on and off. Stop it. It's messing up your family. It's messing up your woman's career. It's messing up your career. If you are drunk, tell everyone not to drink around me and don't drink ever again. Period. Stop it. Or you will end losing everything. Do you want that? That's what I would say. Hurt my hand. And this is my Gump report. An angry one. And I'm sorry, guys. I am not doing my NWA Power review. I'm going to watch it. And hopefully I'll remember to add it to my Dynamite review. I'm just pissed right now. I hope that when Trinity got married to this man, that she was going to have a better life than she had before. She said clearly, the last guy I was with left me. And even Jonathan looked at her and said, what? Someone left you? You're wonderful. He said, no, the guy left me. He cheated on me. Not left on me. He cheated on me. And he was in shock. Now I'm in shock that this stupid idiot again gets himself in trouble, which is messing up his job, messing up his family, messing up possibly his marriage, and he could kill himself with somebody else. Peace. I'm mad.